So hi, One Good Noise podcast through the Cheer Up Dusty. We're gonna ask him some questions today about his new song. Randy Savage would be disappointed. I'm gonna start. So, how do you feel about the response to that single so far?
Um, we've got a lot of positive, and from our last interview, I'm not shy of talking of the negatives
Mhm.
either. So, but it's been mainly positive. It's I think it's a little catchier than stuff on our first EP. So, yeah, we're doing good. We had
That's
a
good.
good first weekend.
That's good
Oh,
to hear.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the name is pretty long, and it's a little. What does it mean? And also, is there anything behind the cover art?
No,
All
the short answer.
right.
Um,
So.
it was from a text message from me and my bassist Patty.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the context of it. I was just like, when you're just kind of messing with your friends, and I was just like, man, like he likes wrestling a lot. I'm just, man, Randy Savage would be disappointed, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, that kind of flowed. and,
You're like, that'd actually be pretty good.
yeah, so I just used that because I mean, obviously, if you guys heard it, it's just a quarantine song. It's nothing life changing or anything, but I didn't want to just call it quarantine or you know I'm bored at home, or I wanted to give it something because it's hard to get people's attention nowadays. so
Mm-hmm.
I went with it, and then my buddy from a band called Goalkeeper out of Philly. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. Very good band. He did
Mm-hmm.
the artwork for me, my friend Ryan from Goalkeeper, and he nailed it. I thought it. He showed me it, and I was like, yeah, I was like, go with it, and we'll use it, and it was all. And yeah, we're pretty proud of it. So
All right.
thank you.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
A thing about the cover art. I thought it looked like. I thought it looked like. That's not a thing. I thought it looked like South Park, like the art style. Was that
Uh,
intentional?
I didn't make that connection, but now
Okay.
that you say it, I could see that.
Yeah.
It
Like
could,
it
'cause
fit with the cover with the name as well. So I was like, I like that.
yeah, I mean, he just did that. Like I said, that was all him. He's side hustle as a graphic designer, which this year everyone's got to have a side hustle
Mm-hmm.
sometime. So, but yeah, I could see because it has like the cutout of like the paper kind of feel like
Yeah,
South
yeah, yeah.
Park does. But I didn't think of that till now. But now every time I look at it, I'm not going to be able to not think of that.
Good one,
Fair,
Glory.
fair.
but
Sorry.
I mean, that's cool. I liked South Park a lot as a kid. As I got older, I kind of fell off it. But yeah, that's cool. That's not a bad connection.
All right, all right.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this song?
So the last time we talked, I thought we were gonna have this out a lot sooner. I think I told you
Oh.
guys like early July, mid
I
July.
think so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it didn't. We got it. Took like an extra month, but so I started working on it with my friend and our old producer. I'm not going to get into it, but we had to kind of move past him, and but all good. No harm. No bad blood. But I had to kind of regroup, and we went to work with our friend Greg and AJ from a band called the American Standard.
Mhm.
Again, awesome band. Check them out. But so basically, we were like, hey, the song's done. We had to do the vocals, and then we needed someone to mix master it and everything. So we were like, can you help us out? And with COVID, just with scheduling and everything, we just had to kind of wait a little bit and then get it done. And yeah, so but writing of it, I mean, that was recording of it, but writing of it, I did with my old friend and producer. All the music was done, and then the lyrics, I changed like 4 times before
Damn.
before we went and recorded it. It actually started out as like a love song called 11 out of 10. Very
Mhm.
corny, very generic, and it just wasn't good. so
Aw.
so
Rip.
I'm glad we changed it up, and what happened happened because it came out. I feel like we could still improve, but for where we're at as a band right now, I thought it came out okay, pretty good.
That's good. All
All
right.
right, yeah. So where was your headspace while making the song?
Um, I mean, 2020's been rough, and then I had, a few personal things going on, so that was part of the delay. So, it was kind of just the anxiety of COVID, of quarantine, and all that. And I work on Broad Street, so there is that one line, and it all started with I was texting Patty because one morning there was so much like masks and gloves that I was sweeping up, and it was just like, you can't be serious, this is a serious thing, and then everyone's just, the things that are helping keep us safe, someone's just ready to throw away. So I'd say frustration a little bit, uncertainty, kind of a little bit of what everyone's feeling this year. So, yeah, there.
Okay. Yeah.
So are there any specific band or artist influences that you think you can hear on this track?
I mean, when we go in to like do something, I mean, I think what I listen to, it comes out in it. So what people have told us, because we added like a very subtle synth in there, they were comparing it to the Wonder Years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel we're at the point yet, because I mean, that's one of, a very, big band, especially out of Philly, a lot of respect for those guys. So I don't think we're quite there to be, in the same sentence as those guys, but that's what we had gotten. People keep bringing up the Blink, I guess, similarities, and none of that's on purpose. I mean, obviously that's just what I listen to, so it's going to come out. And, but yeah, I'd say those are the two I got. I got like the Wonder Years, Blink. Yeah, those are probably the only two that I heard of right now, so far, at least.
Okay.
All right, solid. So what did you do differently on this track that you didn't do on your last release?
To be honest with you, this was kind of the same. I worked with the same friend. We recorded it on the same program. So this was kind of the last song, I'd say, of that like early era.
Okay.
Because it kind of came to the point where I was just trying to get the song out, because we haven't released anything since December. And I was sitting on this, the song, like the recording of it, the music, not the vocals or words, that had been done, when I talked to you guys last time, a couple months ago, that was already done.
Damn.
So,
wow.
So I'd say that it was kind of the last of me working with my one friend and doing, recording it in that house that I did the other stuff for. Because that whole song was recorded the same way, in the same house, same everything, except the vocals we had to go, and get it mixed and mastered, outsource that. So that's the last of that. And now we're actually recording our EP. Patty's in the studio actually right now as we speak.
Wow.
Again, yeah, we're gonna keep moving. But
Okay.
but now we're doing the switch over. We're gonna work with the same guys that helped finish that song up. AJ Viana, his name is, and Greg from American Standard. So we're kind of making the shift over there, and we'll see how this EP comes out.
All right.
Sick.
So you just brought up this EP. What can you tell us about it?
I can tell you that it's 6 songs. I can tell you that. Whereas like the first EP was mainly just me. It's gonna be all of us. We have 3 members now. So it'll be more than just my influences and stuff. So I think it'll be a little more diverse. If that makes sense. Musically. I think the structure of the songs are going to be a little bit more, not complicated, but a little bit more thought out than the original EP. Yeah, I think it's going to be an improvement, and that we're just trying to do go up that scale. So, 6 songs. What else can I tell you?
Will we see it before the end of this year?
I think we'll release a single off of it, like the main single off of it. But the issue that I ran into last time was I released the EP in December, and because it was released so late in the year, we couldn't get on like top or like 2020 things, or like it made it kind of complicated. Like people wouldn't review it because they want to review 2020 songs. These are 20, even though it was the second to last day of 2019, I got that actually more than you would think. People are very odd about the release date and year and stuff. So I'd like it to be out in January, just so very early in 2020, we can get on any 2020 list. But I think we might release like a single maybe before then, but not the whole thing. I wouldn't think so. But it's not just me anymore. I don't make all the decisions myself, so I have to always go off of the other guys. So, but that would be what I think is going to happen.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. So that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Plug. I know what this means this time.
Yes. Let's go.
No, I mean, I just I hope people would just continue to listen to Randy Savage. You know, uh, I just started looking at numbers. You know, especially our new guy Brian. He's really kind of connected, and he's really helping us kind of, you know, increase you know, just what we're doing. So if people, you know, just keep bumping Randy Savage. I guess if there's any playlist or anything, you know, please feel free to add it. And then just keep going back to our Instagram. Our old stuff is still there. Our videos are still there. And, you know, we'll keep trying to get content out, you know.
All right. Well,
Sick.
that's all. Thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Cheer Up Dusty, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.